We should be live any second. Just going to wait for the preview to come up. And we are live. Right, so the effective SEO strategy going into 2024. I'm going to go over 3 different techniques that I'm using this year to essentially rank a lot higher in Google. And they should be very easy takeaways as well. For anybody that is watching, you should be able to implement all of these on your website literally after this video. So the first one that I want to go over is actually talking about topics and not just keywords. So for example, if we take a look at this website here, it ranks pretty well for a lot of commercial related keywords, so like mold removal, commercial cleaning. And one thing that these guys do is they cover the topic in its entirety very well. So what I mean by that is obviously commercial cleaning services, that's probably their seed keyword that they would get the most amount of money from as an actual business. And they have just went to town when it comes to the actual topics that they talk about within that service. So for example, commercial cleaning could be anything really. It could be bin store cleaning services. It could be chewing gum removal services, fire and smoke, graffiti, refuse shoots, void property cleaning, industrial cleaning, after builders cleanup services, high level cleaning services, commercial kitchens, grease trap, and kitchen ventilations. Right. So and they've even got even more. But all of those fall under the actual commercial cleaning category. So if we were to actually just visualize this from a top-down point of view, right? I'll throw up a new Google sheet. I know that people like to see things visually. So their main keyword that they want to rank for is commercial cleaning services, right? So we'll increase the size of that a little bit more. Now, what we need to do as an SEO is think of all of the actual services that fall under commercial cleaning, right? So and these guys have done it very well. So if we just copy these and so if we just do remove the gaps. So again, like what I mentioned at the start of the video, they aren't just focusing on one page, for example, they're focusing on various pages. So if we just change these to, like, for example, a yellow color, and the main keyword that we want to rank for is obviously cleaning, commercial cleaning services. So we'll set that to like a red, right? And obviously they've got a lot more pages, so we'll just copy these as well. So very quickly you can see that all of these articles are supports, the ones that are yellow. I'll make these yellow as well. I believe I used a different shade of yellow. I'm hoping that anybody that's watching this isn't colorblind or anything, because you might struggle, but as you can see here, very quickly we're building up a topical map, as some people would call this, and we're not just focusing on commercial cleaning, we're focusing on the entire topic. So very quickly we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got 12 pages that all support the commercial cleaning page. And essentially what we would want to be doing is internally linking all of these back up to the commercial cleaning services page from an internal linking point of view. That's one other thing that I'm going to go over in this video. We have got a comment, guide and motivation. Hey man, I can connect with you, just love your content. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching this live as well. So then we also have educational cleaning services here. We've got office cleaning services, hospitality cleaning services as well, and retail cleaning services. So as we can see here, very, very quickly, we've been able to build up more topics, more pages to essentially support us for the commercial cleaning services. So one thing that's super important when you guys are doing this is the fact that if you're trying to rank for a keyword like commercial cleaning services, family law, or to be honest, it could be any keyword. Like, let's say if it's an e-commerce keyword like buy a standing desk or buy a desk online, you're not just going to need that one page. You're going to need what's called supporting articles, and these essentially help you prop up for commercial cleaning services. So always, 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 if you're, for example, stuck position 15 for ranking commercial cleaning services, don't just look at that one page. Look at it from a holistical SEO point of view and think, okay, what else can I do? Is there other pages? Is there other blog articles that I can write when it comes to commercial cleaning services, right? So, for example, again, these guys, this is a really good website. I've just randomly picked it up before I went live. But what are the risks of poor hygiene what are the risks of poor hygiene in food manufacturing facilities? So I would be essentially writing this article for my website. So then I've got that article. Again, this is quite a good one. Spring cleaning. And then our top tips on dealing with a flooded property. Right, so then I'm going to change these articles to more of a green article, right? Now, the reason why we've essentially color-coded everything is commercial cleaning services is our primary keyword. That's probably going to earn us the most money as a cleaning company. That's going to earn us the most money. Then we've got all of these articles, which are supporting articles, but then we've got these long-tail keyword blogs. Now, one thing that I will say about these long-tail keyword blogs is they're not going to essentially earn us much money. The reason why we're doing all of these is essentially it's going to help us rank for all of our services that we offer. So, for example, if I was to put a monetizational value against all of these articles, I would probably say that commercial cleaning services, people that search that, they're probably going to inquire, right? Let's say if you were to get 100 searches for commercial cleaning services every single month, you might be able to convert a lot of them into actual paying clients, right? Then, for example, a lot of these as well, I would probably say that the yellows are probably like 7s out of 10s, right? 7 out of 10 that you're probably going to be able to convert into actual paying customers. And again, this is like kind of this isn't a keyword difficulty. We're actually looking at this from a monetizational point of view, right? Again, for some of these services, they will be 7 out of 10, but on average across the board, we're going to put them as 7s out of 10s, right? You're going to definitely be able to convert these into paying customers. Then these articles here, they're probably going to be like 1 out of 10s. They're never really going to convert into paying customers. However, the reason why we're actually uploading these articles to our website is to show our expertise as a cleaning company. So that's how this website is essentially structured out from a local business point of view, right? So this is more of like a local business. So local business. Now again, if we were to do this, for example, for another website, let's pick a completely different industry. Let's pick an e-commerce store. So let's do buy online or buy a desk online. So that is actually a PPC ad that I've just accidentally clicked. Let's look at IKEA. Let's look at what these guys have, right? So again, very, very similar, right? They want to rank for buy desks online. So so again, we'll pick this as the seed keyword, e-com store. So this is like the keyword research or the topical research for an e-com store. This is how I would do it. So we want to rank for buy desks online. Buy desks online, and again we will set this, we'll increase the size of this a little bit more, We will change this to red. Just one question, what would be the best threshold of keyword difficulty for a new website as well as niche websites? If I'm being honest, with keyword difficulty, I don't look at it that much, mainly because of this exact reason, right? If, say, for example, we were to take a look at commercial cleaning services, keyword difficulty only looks at the amount of links that's pointing through to certain websites. It doesn't take a look at topical authority. So I would probably start off with the blogs. I would probably go and get like 60, 70 different blogs all to do with cleaning, which are like the easier to win articles. And then I would start uploading these articles. But in general, I just start uploading articles. I don't really prioritize anything. I just make certain that they're all in one cluster. Hope that answers your question. So buy desks online. What I would be looking to do here is essentially doing what IKEA have done here. So they have got all of these, and these again, they're just the yellow articles. So buy desks online, if we were to put like a conversion point of view, a lot of people that are searching buy desks online, they would definitely buy a desk online from you. Now again, these would probably be 7s out of 10, so we'll just go over here. But then we also want to cover the blogs as well. So what my assumption is, also one other thing as well with the e-commerce side of stuff, you can also do articles on the different colors of desks. So like brown desks, black desks. You can also do different materials, so like oak desks. You could potentially do metal desks. I don't know if there are any metal desks. Aluminium desks. I'm hoping that's the correct way of spelling it. But then you've got all of these different types when you are doing e-commerce. You've got all of these different types of essentially materials, types of desks that you can go down. And then what I would do after is I would start doing some blogs. Let's see what blog related articles they have got. Somebody has asked, what are your thoughts on Charles Float? Charles, he's a really advanced SEO. He does a lot on like the black hat side of stuff. He has got like a course, and I think he's recently launched a platform for essentially helping companies find SEOs as well. So yeah. Let's take a look here. So for the blogs for this, what I would be looking to do is desk planning tool. So I would be doing some certain stuff like buyer's guides, buyer's guide on desks. Essentially in that article, it would be a long form article where you would essentially talk about like how to pick your next desk, what materials are better. So for example, some people might prefer oak desks because they are a lot more long lasting than as opposed to metal desks, right? So you can do like a buyer's guide. You can do how to measure a desk potentially. Let's take a look. How to measure a desk. Understanding office furniture measurements. How to measure a home office desk. So you've got certain articles like this. These are more long tail articles. Again, going back to what I was saying before, what you will find with these green articles, that they're not going to be high converting. However, the reason why we're doing these blogs is because they will essentially help like prop up the entirety of the website. So the more long tail keywords that we can find, the better. You can also, when you're doing like certain stuff, like for example desks, you can also do inspirations. So like there's going to be tons of these. Modern desk inspiration. So you've got like a lot of these style articles. So you can always go down that idea. So modern desk ideas. And we will do this as green as well. And again, bearing in mind, guys, these articles isn't going to earn you lots of money. However, the reason why we're doing it is because we're wanting to prop up all of these articles, right? The end goal is ranking for buy desks online. We want to essentially do all of these. So that's been tip number 1 when it comes to SEO in 2024. We're actually going to go over topics and not just keyword research, right? Go Sweden, IKEA, great content. Thank you for sharing your precious time, man. Yeah, no worries. Thank you so much. So that has been strategy number 1. Strategy number 2 I want to speak about is actually doing link building correctly. I kind of went over this yesterday's video, but we'll go over it again today. That isn't an issue. So if we take a look at IKEA on Ahrefs, so these guys have got a lot of backlinks, right? So let's say, for example, we did want to throw up a website selling desks. So we'll do kasrasdesks.com. What we would want to do is go into the link intersect section, right? What we want to do then is go to ikea.com, and we're going to pick out a few different competitors that are actually ranking for online desks. And again, this strategy applies for any style of website, whether you're an affiliate, whether you're a local business, whether you're an e-commerce store. Same concept, really. So let's take a look, right? So we have got buy online desks, right? So we've got officefurniture.co.uk. We've then got officefurnituredirect.co.uk. Right, so you can add as many targets here as you want. You can add as less amount as well. But let's take a look now. What the link intersect does is it basically looks at your domain. So I've just put in a dummy domain, kasrasdesks.com. That website doesn't actually exist, but for the purpose of this video, we're using it. And basically what we're telling Ahrefs to do is go and look at all 3 of those domains that we've entered. So IKEA, Office Furniture Online, and officefurnituredirect.co.uk, and bring back the links that they all have in common that we don't have. Now this will take, depending on the backlink profile, this can take a few minutes to essentially come back with the results. I'm hoping it doesn't take too long in this scenario. Show link opportunities, and I think either Ahrefs is just broke or it is taking its time. So we can go back to the actual topics while Ahrefs loads up, but essentially what these guys have done with their actual website is pretty decent. So they've got essentially the different types of desks as well. So if we did want to expand on our amount of articles, we have got straight desks, so the style of desks as well, which IKEA don't even have, right? But these guys do outrank IKEA, so it does make sense. They've got corner desks. They have wave desks. Bench desks. So very quickly you can see the amount of actual pages that IKEA is lacking at the minute. So glass desks. Yeah, these guys have really went to town with Topical Authority. um, Standing desks. Have we? I think we actually do have standing desks. Yeah, we do. Desk with storage. Table and desk system. Yeah. So as you can see here, like the amount of additional pages that they have in comparison to IKEA, it's actually pretty decent. What they've actually done. I'm wondering if they have any blogs as well. But from an e-commerce standpoint, they've done very well here. We do have a question. When you start a site, what would be your first post? How would you structure the site? How deep? Very good question. We've actually went into this a little bit, but for example, for example, I would start off with like any of the greens, but one thing I will say is when you're working in topics, it doesn't really necessarily matter at the priority of the article. So the good thing about doing topical clusters and you're not just going off and talking about 15 different subjects is it doesn't matter if we were to upload the commercial cleaning service page or the what are the risks of poor hygiene in food manufacturing facilities, right? This is a super long tail article, but it would essentially get some searches and some clicks, right? Because we're covering this topic in its entirety, it doesn't matter if we upload this article first, or this article first, as long as we're working in subjects, right? Now, very quickly, you guys have just seen that I've been able to expand on the IKEA articles just by looking at position number 1, right, or position number 2. I think these guys rank position number 2 for buy desks online. What you essentially want to be doing is if you're selling online furniture, right, you want to essentially niche down and say, right, okay, I know I can, yes, I am selling sofas, yes, I am selling office furniture, yes, I am selling chairs, etc. But I'm going to focus all my time and effort on one of these subjects and I'm going to cover the topic in its entirety and then move on to buy sofas online. Because once you're doing that, it doesn't necessarily matter if you upload buy desks online first or panel end desks or buyer's guide on desks. So that's the beauty of essentially uploading articles within subjects. So this link intersect has come back. Now, what we essentially want to be doing is this is stage number 2 when we're looking at SEO in 2024. And what we essentially want to be doing is looking at all of the links that all 3 of our competitors have. Sometimes it comes back with a lot of links, sometimes it doesn't, and we need to lower this to 2, right? But for example, all 3 of our competitors, they have a link from Yell. So if we can get a link from Yell, brilliant. All 3 of our competitors have a link from Mumsnet as well. Let's take a look. So Mumsnet is a forum, I believe. Yeah, it is. And they're just talking about the different types of desks. So if you can get a forum talking about you. Let's take a look at some of these. Can I ask you to show any of your comment is actually cut off there. What does that say? Can I ask you to show any of your articles as an example, maybe some old articles? Yes, I will show that in maybe a few minutes, Alex. So let's take a look at some of these. Let's take a look here. So if we take a look at insurance benchmarking, that's a dead website, but Again, this is a really good example, right? Because a lot of people would look at IKEA and buy office furniture and stuff, right? And I'm looking at a lot of these links, and I probably wouldn't get a lot of them because they don't push the needle, right? Because a lot of these are aggregator links, right? So these links, they're not going to essentially rank you on page one, right? This is actually quite a good sign in some cases. So one thing I will say is I speak to a lot of business owners and a lot of website owners, and they say, "Hey, Kaz, I can't rank for this article. My competitors have, let's say, 300 links. I only have 50 links. Does that mean I need 250 links?" When you actually start digging deep into a lot of backlink profiles, you get a lot of these what's called aggregator links. So you take a look at these, right? These are all separate websites. These aren't going to push you onto page one. They're just aggregator links. Websites naturally get aggregator links. So a lot of the time, if your competitor does have 2, 3, 400 backlinks pointing through to their website, it's probably not those links that have pushed the needle. I'm looking at a lot of these, and I'm like, there's very, very few that I would actually get here. So now that we know what an aggregator link is, I feel like that's pretty important to actually know. And again, there's more of these aggregator links here. So these are all different websites, by the way. And again, they're not pushing the needle by any means. So let's take a look. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to 2 targets. So this means that at least 2 of our competitors have a link that we don't. So let's take a look here. There's going to be a lot more of these. So Pinterest links to our competitors. Instructables, let's take a look. Instructables, build a working chess robot with Lego. So this links to our competitor twice. So they're talking about like a table. You need a sturdy one. I bought this one, and they are linking to a table on office furniture. And IKEA has a lot of links from Instructables, right? So Instructables, I would look to get a link from these guys because both IKEA and Office Furniture Online have it. ITV as well. Let's take a look here. So I think they might have sponsored. Yeah, this is just a sponsored link, so you could potentially reach out to someone at ITV and potentially get a link placed. It's not a bad link. dr88 which.co.uk. Again, they look like they have reviewed a website, or sorry, a desk, should I say. And they have, office furniture and IKEA as well on the exact same page. So if you can get listed on this, that's brilliant. Sometimes you might not be able to, but if you can, then that's really good. Let's take a look at some of the small business blog. Again, this is pretty relevant because the office furniture, obviously a lot of businesses buy from that. So the small business blog, we can definitely get a link from. Let's take a look. earchitect.com. How much did you spend on office furniture? Again, super relevant website and super relevant page. Let's take a look here. This looks like a niche edit, actually. Yeah, this is definitely a niche edit. But see, these are the types of links that will be pushing the needle. The previous links where I was showing you before, where there was like 300-400 of those aren't pushing the needle. But for example, eArchitect, that definitely is pushing the needle. So what I would be looking to do when you are looking to essentially build links is try and remove the fluff, because when you are looking at a lot of links, they're not going to be pushing the needle. They're essentially just not what I call noisy links. They don't actually do anything. They're just kind of there. And Google ignores a lot of noisy style links, unless the one caveat to that is if it's like a harmful link or if it's a negative SEO style link, that's when you should worry. but a lot of these links can definitely be acquired. Like for example, startups.co.uk, you could definitely want to get that link. It's going to be an expensive link, but it will definitely push the needle. We have a question. Is it necessary to look for expired domains to start? Do you use this strategy? So Alex, to answer your questions, if say for example I want to get into a certain industry, I will definitely look for a domain in that industry. So if I want to go and start selling toys, I'll look for a toy related expired domain, and then I'll build the website out on an expired domain as well. So yeah, it definitely does help. So back to the link building side of stuff, what I would be looking to do from an off-page SEO strategy is I would look to go through all of these links, and then depending on my budget, let's say I want to spend 10,000 a month, I would get a load of these blogs, so Business First Online. Again, these are the blogs that will be pushing a lot of the link power and the link equity through to my website. And it comes down to the budget and stuff like that. Not everyone has 10 grand to spend a month on links. If you've got like, let's say 1,000, you'd obviously want to potentially go for lower DR websites in here. But if you've got like 10,000 or if you've got 5,000, potentially get a mixture, get some DR30s, DR40s, DR20s, DR50s if you can, and then just try and maximize your link budget as much as you possibly can. So let's then take a look at our third SEO tip for 2024. One thing I will do is so if we take a look here. So the next tip, and this is quite a basic tip, but it's pretty useful because again, this is all based on people that I've spoke to on consultancy calls, people that have reached out to me saying, hey Kaz, can you look at my website, whatever else. And the third tip is actually internally linking correctly, right? Now, what I will say is that there's various different ways that you can internal link, right? So you've got sidebar links here. Sidebar links are great, by the way, but this sidebar is on every single blog post, and after a certain amount of blog articles, you're not really theming the page up as such, right? So what you would essentially want to be doing is doing contextual internal links throughout your content. Now, this is a really good example because I don't actually have any internal links in this content. But what I would be looking to do is build in more internal links. Now, from an internal linking and an internal SEO strategy, what I would do is make certain that the internal links higher up the page is deemed as more weight worthy. So if that makes sense. So if I was to search, let me just pull up on my other screen, SEO. So this here is one of our pages. So SEO for hotels in Dubai, right? Want to rank for SEO for hotels, brilliant. We also want to rank for SEO in Dubai, right? So again, if we go back to our keyword SEO strategy, right? Our keyword at the top here is SEO Dubai. That's the main keyword that's going to get us the most amount of money as an SEO agency. And then we've got all of these different caveats. So we've got SEO for hotels in Dubai. We have got SEO for restaurants, SEO for law firms, SEO for real estate. So we've got all of these different related modifiers for Dubai, right? So SEO for accounting firms, right? Now these are all in the yellow, and they essentially internal link to our SEO in Dubai's page. Or for example, e-commerce for Dubai is also really good as well. Now, what we have done is essentially we have internally linked. Now, this page can definitely be improved. It can definitely have a few more internal links, 100% it can. But what you should be looking out for is don't just rely on your sidebar obviously the higher up the internal link on the actual content, it makes a massive difference as well. So for example, I'm looking at this page, right, and I'm thinking search engine optimization. This should essentially be internally linking to our SEO and Dubai page. It's really high up at the page. So an internal link up here, it holds a lot more weight than an internal link all the way down here. However, it's still beneficial to internal link, right? You never not want to internal link. Now, that's three different types of, or two different types of links we've spoke about. We've spoke about sidebar links, which is obviously on the sidebar here. We have spoke about contextual links, and now we're going to speak about category links as well. So one thing I have got is I've set up all of these articles in what's called a category on WordPress. Some people use tags, I use categories. And what we have essentially done is we have internally linked to all of the related articles in Dubai. So for example, e-commerce SEO Dubai, accounting firms SEO Dubai, beauty salons, car rental companies, cleaning companies, dentists, healthcare, hotels, insurance, jewelers, law firms, real estate, restaurants, and WordPress website in Dubai, right? All of these is really relevant to one another. That's why we've internally linked it in the actual category. Now, again, would I just rely on these as the only internal linking opportunities? Definitely not. This is a good way of essentially categorizing pages and posts together. But the best type of internal link that I would be doing in 2024 is the actual contextual links, right? Now, one way that you can essentially find contextual links is if you do site : and then your website, and then obviously we want to rank for SEO Dubai, right? So that is our page up here. One thing, I'll answer a couple of questions. According to you, who is the most ruthless black hat SEO expert? There's a couple people that wouldn't want to be named, and I probably couldn't name them. They're just not public people. They keep to themselves. They do a lot of black hat SEO strategies, and they don't like to be in the limelight. Let's just put it that way. They do a little bit of like they do a few masterminds here and there, but yeah, they're not on stage and stuff. They're the most ruthless guys. Fralin. Education company for online business for different work safety. We are going out. We're going for free categories safety. I make a first page in a brand and talk about these services. Then you do dig on areas to first start ranking, or should you dig down in all the categories fast? I personally like to stick to one category, expand on that, and then move over. So very similar to this, I would only just talk about commercial cleaning services, do all of these articles. There's probably a lot more long tail keywords, and then move on to the rest of the website. So basically, for anybody that's watching this after the live stream, somebody's asked, would you talk about various different subjects, or would you talk about just one subject, do that subject, and then move on? And essentially I would just do commercial cleaning services, do the entire hub, and then move on to the next subject. So back to the internal linking, what I would be looking to do is doing site : whatever your website is. In our example, it's FatRank. And then the keyword. So for example, if we wanted to rank for commercial cleaning services, we would do commercial cleaning services. In this instance, we want to rank for SEO Dubai. Now, what we want to make certain that we are doing is we have got internal links from all of these pages linking back up to our best SEO company in Dubai page. So if we take a look here, we actually don't, it looks like. So it doesn't actually look like we are internally linking. And by the way, when I am looking for internal links, when I'm scanning through the content, I'm looking for contextual internal links. I'm not looking at the category style internal links, right? So what I would be looking to do if I wanted to improve our ranking for best SEO companies in Dubai, I would be essentially internal linking very high up the page. So for example, SEO strategies, Dubai. I would use this as the anchor, and I would internal link to our best SEO companies in Dubai page. And I would do this one by one for all of our pages going down. So when you do this site modifier, so site colon, whatever your website is, and then the keyword, this essentially tells Google, give me the amount of, or give me the articles that's related the most on this domain to do with best or SEO company Dubai or commercial cleaning or whatever your keyword is. And what you want to essentially be doing is making certain that you're internally linking from all of these pages back up to your main page here. So again, very quickly looking, we don't actually have an internal link going through to our best SEO company in Dubai page. So again, this is probably one thing that we will need to focus on when we are trying to rank for SEO companies Dubai. Now again, I can't reiterate how important it is when you are doing SEO in 2024 is you should be looking at everything from a holistical SEO point of view, right? So I've just loaded up 3 of my pages and it's not even internally linking to my most important page, right? So I would be looking to build more internal links to this page. Again, I've not done much off-page SEO as well for this silo, so I would be doing a link intersect very similar to what I've done here. I would put in fat rank. I would then find 3 competitors that are ranking 1, 2, and 3 for SEO Dubai and seeing which links they have, and essentially going and acquiring those backlinks that they have that I don't have. So that has been our SEO strategy for 2024. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comment section. And as always, if you guys do want help with your SEO strategy, make sure to check out kazradash.com. The link will be in the description. Thanks.